Guys, here it is, my relationship journal. And you might be saying, oh my goodness, what a chunky little thing there is there. And it is really chunky. And here there are a bunch of booklets which have not yet been used. So it will be getting chunkier and chunkier till the end of the year. So let's go ahead and just explain what we have here. This is my relationship journal, as I said. And this is a traveler's notebook that I have done myself. And I have put into it a bunch of inserts that I had resting idle in my cupboard, never used, and probably will have never been used because I don't like the inserts. But for the sake of this type of journaling and for the type of journaling that I do in this traveler's notebook, I said it's time that I just use what I have. And I think I was inspired by Rita Weaver. She's a YouTuber that I have been following for the last bunch of months. And she said in one of her videos that she was going to do a sort of a project in using what she had, and she said it's going to be go big or go home, and it was going to be used for the One Book July that this year I didn't do because I wouldn't be able to fit in a one book for a whole month. It's impossible for me. So I decided to start using what I have, and this is the end result. I have been purchasing a bunch of traveler's notebooks from eBay, and they have been coming up with all these inserts that I really don't like their layout. And since this journal is about pictures and keepsakes, and I will be attaching various things into each of the inserts that I have, I said, okay, I will still be using them because the inside of the inserts will be used differently. For instance, I don't like to have an insert with this type of layout. And I don't even like to have another insert with this type of layout. And I don't like to have an insert with this type of layout. It might be traveler's notebook layouts, it might be different things, I don't know, but I don't like them. And this is the only way that I found on how to use them, because if I am going to attach pictures to each page, the layout will not be affecting me. And to answer a bunch of questions that I have received about this type of journal, because some of you have seen my previous relationship journal, and I've got a question asking me what is a relationship journal, how the idea came up, and how I decided to do it. I will be saying a bunch of things that will hopefully reply to those questions. So I believe that, like anybody else, I have got past relationships that ended, and I used to journal about them, and I used to journal about them in my personal me journal, which was not specific to the relationship, but it was my personal journal, and I used to put everything into it and write everything into it. When the relationship ended, and it's in my sort of moving on process that I just decide to throw everything away of that relationship, I had to throw away also a part of my life that had my personal thoughts into it. And so this time around, I said, I'm not going to do that same mistake, and I'm going to have something that has to do with my relationship and just with my relationship, and I'm going to have something else which will be my personal stuff, my personal thoughts, just the me thing out there where I could just vent, I could write whatever I want to without having to throw it away if and when or if it happens that we break up, because you never know what will be happening in life. As much as we don't want to, things just go bad and people do break up like anybody else. So this is the reason why I do have a relationship journal. What I keep in this relationship journal, it's keepsakes of all types. It might be tickets from cinemas, pictures that we take together and then I print and I do put them in this journal. I have packaging from gifts that he gave me. I have pictures of the gifts that he gave me. I have booking sheets from hotels that we have visited. Practically everything that you would like to keep that represents a memory for you with your loved one. It might be your husband, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever that might be. Anything that will be reminding you of that person that you love, you will be putting it into here. And I also journal because I write about our relationship. I write about what happens to us, problems that we get solved, things that we don't get solved, what we would like to be doing in the future, so on and so forth. So everything that has to do with me and my partner, everything goes in here. So for instance, I want to look at a particular picture. I hope that I managed to find it because it's not that easy. Hopefully I do find it. Let me look for it for you because I really don't want to end up showing you things which are quite personal. Okay, so for example, we've been to this movie, and for me it was very, very special for one reason. We have been together for years now, but we have never been to a cinema together. We have always watched our movies at home. And this was the first movie that we have ever been watching at a cinema. And for me, was very, very beautiful. It was a very important moment for me because I have never watched a movie and felt sort of that feeling of a teenager going to the cinema with my boyfriend for the first time. And for me it was important, so I went on the internet and I've printed a bunch of pictures about the Beauty and the Beast movie. It has been a wonderful movie also, and I've liked it a lot. So I have included in this journal a bunch of pictures of the scenes that there were in this movie. So to give you just a little bit of an idea about what this journal just incorporates into it. You might appreciate that I have to be a little bit private on this because this journal just goes into my personal life and my personal my relationship with my partner. So I wouldn't want to show pictures of myself or of us together or of him or personal letters that we write to each other and other things. This is something very, very personal, and it has been a struggle for me to think about how I could be sharing with you this type of journaling, but I hope that you get the gist. Sorry for taking off the journal from the camera to find these pages, but I wanted to be very, very careful. So I hope that you appreciate that privacy terms that I am trying to apply on this video. Just to give you another little bit of an idea, for example, these are the booklets. I've got booklet 1, then I've got booklet 2, I've got booklet 3, and I am almost finishing booklet 3 to go on to booklet 4. So in booklet 3 and 4, I will be including the latest booking sheets and pictures from our last vacation. And the booklets just continue like this. These are still empty, and I hopefully will be using these by the end of the year. And I think that I will be, because I have had so many things to print out and to put into this journal that they will for sure be completed. This journal will for sure be completed by the end of the year. I have one for each year, so next year it will be completely different, and I will be keeping you obviously updated when I do change this traveler's notebook and I will be going on to another one. So I hope that you have liked this video. Once again, I apologize for keeping some of the things quite private from this journal, and until next video, bye.